Welcome back to Patty Snacks. I'm Patty. Today we're making a snack. It's been a depressing ass week, so we're gonna make some depression donuts. And by that I mean Mochi Donuts.
I love donuts.
And you know what? We're gonna make them. Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a pot. You're gonna need a kitchen space, counter, oven, things like that. Really helpful device is this thermometer. I got this on Amazon for like 15 bucks, 10 bucks or something like that. But it's gonna be very handy once we get to the frying part. A lot of people are scared of frying. This is the answer right here. No more fear. Live without fear. Then you're also gonna need drying rack. As far as ingredients go, we got a dry mix and we got a wet mix. Here's what you're gonna need. For the dry, we got Mochiko. That's a sweet rice flour. You can get that at any grocery store, Asian grocery store, online, wherever you want to go. You're gonna need baking powder, and you're gonna need regular white granulated sugar. Sorry. As far as the wet ingredients, you got your soy milk, you got an egg, lemon, vanilla extract, and butter or fake butter. I'm using fake butter. It's Country Crock plant butter. So they milked some olives, got their buttery spread out of there. That's what we're gonna use. Let's measure out the dry ingredients. All right, first things first, you're gonna want 2 cups of Mochiko flour. Get that in our dry bowl. Sometimes I have a hard time getting out of the box. You gotta give it a little squeeze. All right, that's 1 cup. Ugh. Inhaling powder. All right, and that is cup 2. Next thing you're gonna wanna add to your dry mix, 1/4 cup of sugar. I like to do a little more because I'm naughty. There's a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, about that. Then you're gonna want a teaspoon of baking soda. Powder, baking powder. You're gonna want a teaspoon of baking powder. Toss that in there. Now I'm just gonna take a fork, I'm gonna mix that all up so it's nice and incorporated. Good enough, it'll come together in the final mix down. So now for your wet. An important part of this recipe is all the wet stuff is gonna get warmed up so that when it's mixed together with the rice flour, it kind of incorporates a little better. So we're gonna heat everything up in a little saucepan as far as our wet ingredients go, except for the egg. So here's what I like to do. First, before we measure the milk, we're gonna cut open a lemon, get a little bit of that juice in the bottom of my measuring thing, and you're just gonna want a little squeeze. I mean, maybe it's about a tablespoon. It doesn't have to be exact, it's just enough to kind of help react with the baking powder. That way it gets nice and fluffy, delicious, tasty. These are all adjectives you want to describe your food as. That's an important thing to note. So let's measure up to 3/4 cup on top of that lemon juice. Boom, right about there. Ooh, I'm back. So perfect, got the 3/4 cup there. And we're gonna put that into our saucepan. And we're gonna start heating that up. Just on a low temp. You don't wanna go too crazy with it. Probably about a 3 on my oven. Your stove, everybody's stove is a little different. 3 tablespoons of butter also goes in that. Get some of that. Make sure you take this little outer paper off. That is not what you want. You want the inner part, the butter. And as we're waiting for it to melt, we're gonna go ahead and toss in roughly, like I say, about a teaspoon of vanilla. It's up to you. You can add other flavors. You can add almond. You can add whatever. I've done pandan. I've done lemon poppy seed. Today we're sticking with kind of a traditional flavor. That's vanilla. And meanwhile, while that's all melting, I'll get my station cleaned up here. I did the baking powder, right? I think so. I think I did. I'll put these lemons away. And so while that's heating up and getting kind of warm, melting down, I like to have something to roll my donuts in when they're done. So I'm gonna take a little, probably about a cup of sugar, granulated white. And I'm gonna throw in about a teaspoon of cinnamon. It's not rocket science. You do whatever you want. If you like more cinnamon, use more cinnamon. If you don't like cinnamon, don't put cinnamon. Put some other flavor. This is your life. These are your donuts. The thing I love about donuts is, you know, these are technically kind of more like donut holes. You can shape them however you want. But I mean, a donut hole both is and isn't. You know, it's like, it is a thing, but it's also not a thing. It's the absence of donut, but it's also a donut. So what is it really? And that's like cinnamon sugar right there. So that's looking pretty good. Let's get a little more cinnamon.
Maximum.
Get some more of that in there. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Then you're gonna wanna fill up a second pot, clean pot, dry pot, with some oil. What I've got here is vegetable oil, Kroger brand. You know what it is. So you wanna fill that about half full. You don't wanna fill it too full, or when you drop the donuts in, it'll overflow. Nothing to be afraid of. Frying is super easy once you get the hang of it. Just takes a little bit of confidence, and honestly, thermometer will change your life. Well, it won't change your life. Your life will be the same, but you're gonna have a thermometer, and it'll be much easier to tell when the oil's at the right temperature. Let's check on our wet over here. So the butter's almost melted. We don't want it to get boiling hot. We just want it to get warm enough that when we stir it into the rice powder, it kind of starts getting it gummy. That way you don't get like a powdery donut. Honestly, it tastes good both ways. I've tried it with cold, I've tried it with warm. I kind of just prefer the warm flavor. Is warm a flavor? Comment below. Why don't you comment below? The butter's almost fully melted. Just like cream, that's just milk and butter. That's all that is, really. Now don't put the egg, we don't put the egg in the wet yet. Because when we heat up the milk, if we throw in the egg, it's gonna cook. And then you're gonna end up with what, eggs? That seems like it's probably hot enough. Now we're gonna mix it into our dry, and we're gonna do the best that we can to get everything incorporated before we add the egg and let it cool down for a sec. So we're just gonna stir it in with a fork. I wouldn't use your hands at this point, it's probably a little bit hot still. And as we're mixing this, let's go ahead and turn on the hot oil. Get that cranked up, have it on medium-high until it gets up to temperature. And that takes a couple minutes. You don't want to rush it. You want to make sure your oil is nice and hot before you get started. So it's going to kind of look lumpy at first. That's okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep it going. Get that all nice and mixed. Doesn't feel too hot. It feels nice and warm. Just going to let that sit for a minute. And the next step you're going to want to do, take your egg here. It's a standard egg. Grade A or triple A. I don't remember, but did come out of a chicken at one point, and now it's in my hand. You ever think about that? That's kind of weird, but it's happening. So you can hear it rattling around. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this open. Try not to get any shell. Look at that beauty. So now is the gross part. You're just gonna want to get in, give it a nice mush, squeeze it, mush it up. It's gonna be goopy, and that's all right. That's pretty much what you want. Wet's okay. If it's a little bit too wet and kind of hard to mold before you drop it in the oil, you can always keep it in the fridge for a little bit, and it'll harden up and have a little bit more shape to it. I'm just gonna touch more flour. Mush it all together, looking good. You're gonna love it. And if you don't, that's because you didn't make it right, or you like other stuff. Mush it up, squish it in. Look at that. Looks kind of great. Now you're gonna want to scrape that off your fingers. You don't want to waste any of that good pasta. Let's wash our hands again. So basically now, we're just waiting for the oil to heat up. And while that's heating up, do whatever you like. It's your time, it's your day. Live your life. It's about 360, so what we're aiming for is about 360 degrees. You want it to go a little bit over, because once you drop in the dough, it's gonna cool up a little bit. So you're gonna wanna wait till it gets to about 375, even 380 is gonna be okay. Got our station set up so that we have our scoopable dough here. We got a little handy scoop here. You don't need one of these. You can use like a tablespoon or whatever. Just make little balls. You can roll them up if you like to. You can shape them. I kind of like to keep them raw or like in the shape they come out. I like having a little texture on them, especially because it picks up the sugar a little better. You can round them out like this if you like. Give them a little shape if you want. You don't have to, but really up to you. Just experiment, play with it. It's fun, man. It's food or something. I used to be really intimidated by deep frying. Then once I just got a thermometer and started doing it, you kind of get a feel for your stove, for the amount of oil. Obviously more oil is going to be more stable and cool down less quickly. If you have less oil, That's gonna cool down a lot quicker, so you don't wanna put as many balls in there. All right, so it's 390. This oil is a little hot, it's got a fever. We're gonna drop in 1 ball. We're gonna drop in 2 balls. We're gonna drop in 3 balls. I'm gonna do 4. Now we're just gonna let it sit. I like to set a timer for about 3 minutes because I'm a forgetful guy, and just let it go and see how we do. Donuts. We'll check on them. So they're looking pretty good, nice and golden brown. Couple dark spots because the oil's a little bit hot. That's okay. So you let them drip dry. You toss them in the sugar. And you're gonna want to coat them just like that. Just kind of dunk them and put them all in there like that. Should have taken a little cooking tray and put it under my thing so I don't spill sugar everywhere. I don't want it going down the abyss here. Can't tell you how much food lives down there. Oops, better hurry up. I don't like to roll the donut around in the sugar with the tongs that I'm using, because then when you put your tongs back in the oil, it's gonna burn and smell like caramelized sugar. So these ones got a little overdone, that's okay. Coat them as much as you like. Ooh, it smells good. It smells like some hot sugar. So look at that, beauty. Delicious. Delicious little mochi donuts. Those are perfect. Golden brown, delicious. Look how good those look. These look fire. People say fire when they mean stuff's good. Dang! That's golden perfection. Alright, now I'm gonna keep cooking them off. Let you know when I'm done. Well, here we are. Looks like we finished them all. Oh my God. These look great. Would you look at that? Oh my God. So thanks for watching. Oh God, yeah. Oh. So hopefully that wasn't too boring. We made mochi donuts, and maybe you did too, or maybe you just watched me do it. Either way, there are mochi donuts in the world. Go and get them. Go eat them.